हमने आपकी स्पीच में सुना कि आपने फ्रॉड्स के ऊपर बात की कि डॉट इन होगा बैंकों का डोमेन नेम। लेकिन बहुत सारे इश्यूज़ हैं जो कस्टमर्स फेस करते हैं फ्रॉड्स की अगर हम बात करें। सबसे पहले कोई रिपोर्ट करता है फ्रॉड तो उसे पैसा जल्दी वापस नहीं मिलता। दूसरा पेस्की कॉल्स बहुत ज़्यादा आते हैं नॉर्मल मोबाइल नंबर से। बहुत बार आपने बोला है कि आप टॉप अप लोन्स जो होम टॉप अप लोन्स है उसे पर्सनल लोन्स की तरह एडवर्टाइज़ मत करें। अभी भी वो हो रहा है। 1600 140 नंबर्स भी आपने बोला है ट्रांज़ैक्शंस और मार्केटिंग के लिए होंगे, लेकिन वो भी कोई नहीं सुन रहा। तो ऐसे सिनेरियो में क्या आरबीआई कोई स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन लेगा बैंकों के ऊपर ताकि ये कस्टमर का बचाव हो इन सब सिनेरियोज़ में?
निश्चित रूप से हमारा पूरा प्रयास रहेगा कि जो भी हमारे ग्राहक हैं, जो जनता है, उनको अधिक से अधिक सुविधाजनक तरीके से बैंकिंग की समस्त सेवाएं उपलब्ध हों। चाहे वो बैंकिंग फ्रॉड से संबंधित हो, जैसा कि आपने कहा, या आपने कहा पेस्की कॉल्स उनको आते हैं, उसमें किस प्रकार से जो है हमें उसमें कार्य करना चाहिए, किस प्रकार से हमें उन्हें हिदायत देनी चाहिए और क्या हमें उसके खिलाफ एक्शन लेना चाहिए, वो निश्चित रूप से इस संदर्भ में लिया जाएगा। और अधिक आपने कई सारी छोटी-छोटी चीज़ें पूछी हैं, विस्तृत जानकारी के लिए मैं अनुरोध करूँगा हमारे डीजीज़ को कि वो आपको इसके बारे में कुछ और, क्योंकि हमने कई कदम इसके बारे में ऑलरेडी लिए हैं, तो संक्षेप में मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा स्वामीनाथन जी को और राजेश्वर राव को कि वो इसके बारे में बताएं। और आप यू कैन स्पीक इन
thank you, sir. Thank you. I think I'll take the liberty of responding in English.
I know you
to avoid any ambiguity.
Yes.
To avoid any ambiguity. Thank you, sir. I think just to supplement on that, yes, you also mentioned about the steps that we have already taken. So as far as the regulated entities are concerned, instructions are already in place to use certain series of 140 or 1600. We also do a lot of awareness campaigns to educate the consumers how to stay away from pesky or fraudulent calls. It is also put in place from a regulation perspective, limiting the liability of customers in unauthorized electronic banking transactions is in place. The provision to give us shadow credit pending full investigation is also kept in place. And adherence to this is also examined when we do the on-site supervision. But oftentimes there are also pesky calls that emanate from unregulated entities and apps and platforms. This is something which only an active collaboration of the government, regulator and the law enforcement we will be able to work on. But this is something which we are conscious of, and we will take every possible step to ensure that the consumer's interest is protected. And wherever there has been a loss, it is our endeavor to work towards an early redressal.
So I know you've mentioned a lot of things that are already in place, but since banks, even if RBI like continuously keeps on saying that you have to do this, banks do not listen. Till the date, banks have advertised home top-up loans as personal loans, saying take the loan, use it for your marriage, use it for travel, or when you go for a loan, they insist on taking, you have to take an insurance or a credit card. Mis-selling is on rampant. So on these issues, any supervisory action?
See, there are 2-3 issues that you mentioned. Each of them, of course, the framework is certainly in place. Oftentimes, as Governor also mentioned, many of this behavior which is not consistent with the regulations, we resolve through dialogue. A supervisory action which gets publicized is only in the rarest of the rare cases where there are egregious violation or the most outlier behavior. Otherwise, oftentimes, the supervisors engage with the entities on a bilateral basis and ensure that the regulatory guidelines are adhered to. So that shall be our endeavor. You may not get to read them in the media, but wherever there is a non-compliance, on an annual basis and also on an ongoing basis, we deal with the entities, and oftentimes they all are complied with over the course of time.
Just to add to Dr. DG Swaminathan, the guidelines are already in place regarding top-up loans, what are the end use, etc. If it is given for unauthorized different purposes, it would be taken as an unsecured lending and will have to be dealt with accordingly by the bank. That is one point. As regards this mis-selling and forced insurance, RBI guidelines are already in place regarding this mis-selling issues, and we are also looking at comprehensively reviewing these guidelines. We should be trying to come out with some guidelines shortly on this area also, on the conduct of the banks in various areas.